A very warm good morning to each and every one of you. I am Vineet Halalka, CFO and Company Secretary and Compliance Officer of Indian Energy Exchange Limited. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to the 14th Annual General Meeting of Indian Energy Exchange Limited, which we are conducting virtually in accordance with the circular issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI, given the restrictions in place as a result of the COVID pandemic. We regret for not able to meet in person this year. The health and safety of our shareholders, employees and our stakeholders are our top priority. During this unprecedented time, and therefore today's AGM is webcast to each shareholder to actively participate in the meeting while adhering the public health of the advice. I'm pleased to welcome our board members to the 14th Annual General Meeting of the company and introduce them to our shareholders. We are joined our webcast by Shri Satyanarayan Goel, our chairman and presently taking charge as MD. He is also a member of a CSR committee and other board committees. He has over 40 years of rich experience in different areas of power sector. He was associated with NTPC Limited for almost 29 years. Then Mrs. Sudha Pillai, our non-executive independent director. She is a retired IS officer of Kerala cadre, one of the foremost women to serve in the Indian civil services. She is also a chairperson of the audit committee and member of the nomination and remuneration committee, CSR committee, and few other committees of the company. I welcome Professor K.T. Chacko, our non-executive independent director, a retired IS officer. He has a 34-year of experience in public administration. He is also chairman of the NRC committee, stakeholder relationship committee, and CSR committee, and also a member of the audit committee and risk management committee of the company. I welcome Mr. T.P. Chopla, our non-executive independent director. He is the founder and CEO of Bharat Light and Power, a leading clean energy generation company in India. I also welcome Shri Amit Garg, a non-executive.
Sorry, you are on mute, sir. Kindly unmute yourself. Thank you.
Yeah. So I welcome Mr. Amit Garg, our non-executive director.
Hello.
He is a seasoned business professional with almost 20 years of diverse functional experience across multiple industries. Would like to inform that Shri Gautam Dalmia, our non-executive director, because of some last-minute exigency, not able to attend the meeting. And apart from the directors, our statutory auditors and secretarial auditors have also joined the meeting from their respective locations. Mr. Mohammad Najim is appointed as a scrutinizer for this meeting for ensuring that voting process is conducted in a fair and transparent manner. We welcome you all to the 14th Annual General Meeting of the IEX. Now, before we proceed further, I would like to highlight certain points regarding the participation in the meeting. Facility to join the meeting was open 30 minutes before the scheduled time of the AGM, which was at 10:30 a.m. and shall keep open throughout the proceedings of the AGM. As mentioned in the notice, the facility of participation at the AGM through video conferencing or other audio-visual means had been made available to 1,000 members on first-come served basis as per the MCA circular. The Q&A session will take place once the chairman opens the floor for the question and answers. For smooth conduct of the meeting, all the lines of the shareholders will be on mute. The proceedings of the AGM are being recorded and will be hosted on the website of the company after the AGM. The certificate from the auditor towards the compliance with the SEBI share-based employee regulations, register of directors, key managerial person, and register of contracts or arrangement, along with the other statutory documents, are made available electronically for inspection by the members during the AGM. Members are requested to refer to the instructions provided in the notice in case face any difficulty or may reach out to the helpline numbers. Without any further delay, now I request our chairman, Sri Satyanarayan Goel, our honorable chairman, to occupy chair and preside over the meeting.
Thank you, Vineet. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us. I, Satyanarayan Goel, chairman of the company and also holding charge as MD and CEO, will be chairing the proceedings today. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Indian Energy Exchange, I extend a warm welcome to each one of you present at the 14th AGM of the company. Our goal is to approximate the experience of a meeting held in person, including the opportunity to participate at the meeting through video conferencing facility and vote electronically. I'm pleased to inform you that your company has made all efforts feasible under the current circumstances to enable such facilities. As the time is already 11 a.m. and the requisite quorum is present at the AGM, I hereby declare that the AGM is in order and commence the proceedings of the meeting. Dear shareholders, welcome to the 14th AGM of IEX. I hope all of you and your families are safe. I, on behalf of Board of Directors, thank you all for joining us today. It is always a pleasure to connect back to our shareholders on the AGM meeting. The financial year 2020 was another eventful year of IEX in which your company achieved several milestones. At a time when the whole world is fighting the COVID-19 crisis and the resulting economic headwinds, this unprecedented time has paved way for emerging opportunities in the new COVID normal. India's vision to become Atmanirbhar is pivoted on high industrial and economic growth. The demand of electricity, which will be a very key driver of India's growth story, is thus expected to grow in the years to come. I am pleased to share that during these challenging times when the whole country was under lockdown, your company ensured 24/7 operation of the power exchange without any interruption, and at the same time ensured safety of the employees. This was possible by digital transformation initiatives taken up in your company. The Indian Energy Exchange has been at a forefront for more than a decade to facilitate the next generation sustainable energy solutions, ensuring competitive, transparent, and reliable access to energy, and has been driving various initiatives in the sector. Recently, in line with Government of India's vision to increase the share of natural gas in the country's energy basket from 6% to 15%, by 2030, we launched the first gas exchange in India. This was inaugurated by Honorable Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas and Steel, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan. I am sure IGX will transform the gas market in India. In June, your company launched the real-time market, which will greatly facilitate the DISCOMs to manage their power demand, supply variations, and meet 24/7 power supply aspirations in the most flexible, efficient, and dynamic way, along with enhancing the grid security and supporting national green energy aspirations of India. At IEX, at present, the contracts are limited to the conventional power. With the Government of India's thrust on renewable power and the vision to achieve 450 gigawatt of renewable capacity by 2030, we launched the Green Term Ahead Market in August this year, which is an exclusive offering for renewable generators to sell the renewable power and the market participants to meet their energy requirement and also to meet their RPO obligations in integrated manner. We are a socially responsible company and stand committed to uplift the lives of underprivileged sections of the society. Through our corporate social responsibility interventions, we have directly and indirectly impacted the lives of thousands of children, youth, women, and elderly people in meaningful ways. During the fiscal year 2020, the CSR initiatives of your company were spread across 4 states, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi NCR, Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra, covering more than 16 districts. The programs were undertaken by 5 NGO partners and 1 academic partner. The CSR interventions of your company promote national heritage, art and culture, education, healthcare, and skill development for the youth and sustainable community development. I would now like to provide you with an update on the performance of the electricity sector and your company for FY 2020. The power sector during the year and electricity demand growth was only 1.3% on year-to-year basis. This low growth was on account of several unprecedented developments related to economic and industrial slowdown and as well as weather-related factors. During the year, the total installed capacity in the company increased by 4% and has reached 370 gigawatt. Short-term market volumes, the segment in which we operate, reduced by 5.8% on year-to-year basis. In spite of this, your company has achieved a growth rate of 3.3% in electricity sector. Briefly touching upon the key business achievements of the company during the year, your company traded 53,881 million units of electricity in FY 2020, which is 3.3% increase over last year. One nation, one grid, one price was realized on 309 days, average market clearing price in the fiscal 2020 was 3 rupees per unit, which was 22% lower than the average clearing price of the preceding year. Owing to attractive prices, the procurement of power by commercial and industrial consumers increased by 30% during the year. Several new initiatives were taken to improve liquidity in the term ahead market, which enabled market participants and the clients to address power requirements more efficiently. As a result of which, in the fiscal year 2020, a total of 4,768 MUs of power was scheduled under TAMP compared to 2,105 units traded in FY19. Let me now begin with financial review of the last fiscal and key figures. On a consolidated basis, your company reported revenue of 297.4 crores in FY 2020, an increase of 1.1% from the previous year. Further, our EBITDA for the year was 242.43 crores. The company's consolidated profit was 175.72 crores, an increase of about 6.5% from the previous year. Looking ahead, we are enthusiastic on delivering our commitments to the operational excellence, growth, technology, and innovation by keeping customer centricity in mind. Our optimism about our success is derived from the following opportunities. India's per capita consumption of electricity is about 1,200 units, whereas the world average is more than 3,000 units. With economic developments in India, the per capita consumption is expected to double in the next 5-6 years. The incremental demand of electricity will create a huge opportunity for us, as large part of this incremental demand is expected to be met through exchanges. India's focus on economic growth and specifically on manufacturing, along with access to electricity to every citizen on 24/7 basis, should continue to drive electricity demand over the foreseeable future and will provide an opportunity for the power market to grow in size as well as importance. The Government of India has taken several reform initiatives to strengthen the energy sector, such as liquidity package for DISCOMs, household electrification through Saubhagya scheme, investment in transmission capacities, and measures to revive the stressed generation capacity. Government has also decided to phase out 30,000 megawatt of old and inefficient power generation plants in the next 3 years, which will lead to distribution companies meeting a greater share of their power requirement through the exchange platform. Increased availability of domestic coal will make coal available at cheaper rates, thereby increasing sell-side liquidity and reducing clearing price on the exchange platform, and providing cost optimization opportunity for the DISCOMs and the industrial consumers. The introduction of long duration contracts on the exchange platform will increase the addressable market from 4% of the market to 11% and shift volume from the bilateral trades to the exchange. The introduction of long duration contracts will also pave its way by launch of derivatives. Introduction of cross-border trade in electricity on the exchange platform will provide an opportunity to expand beyond the Indian geography to the South Asian countries and to increase volumes on the exchange in the near term. Once National Open Access Registry is implemented, it will further facilitate open access on the exchange and enable more dynamic and closer to the real-time around-the-clock transactions. Additionally, I want to assure you all that your company is well equipped with all the right elements and has been leading the power market transformation over the last 12 years. We will continue to work in collaboration with government, regulators, customers, and other stakeholders to develop the energy market as well as leverage new growth opportunities for the IEX to maximize shareholders' value. With this, on behalf of the Board of Directors of the company, I would like to thank all our shareholders for their continued support and confidence on IEX and for their attendance here. I also express my sincere gratitude to the Ministry of Power, the chairman, members, and staff of CRC, CA, POSOCO, NLDC, RLDCs, SLDCs, state regulatory commissions, power grid member and clients of exchange, financial institutions, shareholders, bankers, registrar and transfer agent, and business associates for their constant faith and encouragement. We would also like to express our gratitude to the employees, clients, vendors, partners, investors for their continued support and cooperation. Thank you. With this, I conclude my speech. Moving further, the notice for the 14th AGM together with the annual report was already sent by electronic mode to all the shareholders and was also made available on the company's website. With the permission of the members present, I take the AGM. The statutory auditors and secretarial auditor have expressed unqualified opinion in their respective audit reports for the FY 2020. There was no qualification, observations, or adverse comments on financial statements. The statutory auditors report on standalone financial statements and consolidated financial statements and secretarial auditor report are available in the annual report. With the permission of the members present, I take this report as read. Before we take up the items as per the notice, I would like to inform that the company had provided facility of remote e-voting to all the shareholders to cast their vote electronically on all resolutions set forth in the notice. The members who have not already cast their vote by means of e-voting may vote through InstaPoll facility provided on the AGM portal provided by KFin Technologies Private Limited. I now order for the InstaPoll to be conducted on all the resolutions of ordinary and special businesses as set out at items number 1 to 5 of the notice of 14th AGM, post which we can commence the question and answer session. The resolutions, along with the explanatory statement in respect of ordinary and special businesses proposed to be taken up at this meeting, have been already circulated to all the members. With the permission, I take them as read. The InstaPoll facility is now activated for members who are participating in this meeting and have not already voted through the remote e-voting. The InstaPoll facility will remain active throughout the meeting. The combined result of the e-voting, remote e-voting and e-voting done at the meeting today will be announced and displayed on the website of the company and the RTA within 48 hours. I authorize Sri Vinit Harlalka, CFO and Company Secretary, to receive the scrutinizer's report and communicate the results of voting to the stock exchanges, and also place on the website of the company immediately after the declaration of results. We can now commence the question and answer session.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Ravi Kumar Naradi to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak.
Are you able to listen me, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Respected Chairman MD, Honorable Board of Directors, employees of company and fellow shareholders. Sir, my first question is there. If we have started gas trading in 2 months ago, so what is the progress in July and August in the gas trading? And second, I late started, so I'm not able to listen MD speech. So just want to know what is the reasons Mr. Srivastav has resigned and Mr. Goyal has taken the charge. My 2 questions only. Thanking you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Ravi Naradi. Now I request Mr. Manjeet Singh to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak.
हाँ जी सर, आवाज आ रही मेरी जी?
जी,
हाँ जी, आ रही है।
हाँ जी, मेरा सर आप सभी चेयरमैन, डायरेक्टर, शेयर होल्डर सबका मैं स्वागत करता हूं। ये कोविड-19 के अंदर भी आपने जो है हमें है और हमारी कंपनी की परफॉर्मेंस अच्छी रही है। हमारे जो है इन्वेस्टर और ट्रेडर ने जो कंपनी पर विश्वास रखा है, हमारा उसके ऊपर खरा उतरना है और अपनी परफॉर्मेंस अच्छी कर देनी है, क्योंकि मार्च के अंदर में शेयर बाजार में जैसी उथल पुथल आई थी, उसके बावजूद हमारी कंपनी का जो शेयर प्राइस है, जो इन्वेस्टर ने बिल्कुल जो है उसको संभाल के रखा है और विश्वास जताया है कंपनी पर, उसके ऊपर खरा उतरकर हमारी कंपनी परफॉर्मेंस करनी है। और सर मेरी CERC से भी रिक्वेस्ट है, जो कंपनी को वगैरह देनी है या और प्रस्ताव रखने हैं हमारी कंपनी के हित, उसके ऊपर ध्यान दे CERC। और आपने अपनी स्पीच के अंदर 7 माइलस्टोन का बताया किए हैं आपने, ये भी एक इस कठिन दौर के अंदर अच्छी बात है और एक्टिविटी में आप ध्यान दे ही रहे हैं। बाकी मेरा CSR एक्टिविटी में थोड़ा आपसे यही कहना है कि एक दिल्ली के अंदर एरिया पड़ता है ईस्ट दिल्ली का, के अंदर एक शहीद भगत सिंह सेवा दल ने कोविड-19 दिन रात लगकर 19 के मरीजों और जो अननेसेसरी जो मतलब बाद में जिनको नुकसान हुआ है, कहना नहीं चाहिए, जो मृत्यु के काल तक पहुंचे, वहां तक उनकी सेवा करी है, शमशान घाट तक जाके। तो मेरा CSR एक्टिविटी में ये कहना है भगत सिंह सेवा दल को आप जो है आप अपना फंड करेंगे तो उसमें इस चीज के ऊपर। बाकी जो है आपने इस तरह की जो मीटिंग रखी है, हम आने वाले टाइम में चाहेंगे कि ये बीमारी खत्म हो और हम आपके साथ जुड़कर नजदीक से आपको अटेंड करें। ये जो है ये खत्म भी होगा। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Manjeet ji. Now I request Mr. Sanjog Saraf to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak. Mr. Sanjog Saraf, kindly switch on your webcam. Mr. Sanjog Saraf, kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak. Sir, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है. So we'll move on to the next speaker shareholder. We'll come back to Mr. Sanjog Saraf later. Now I request Mr. Sanjay Katpal to kindly unmute yourself. Mr. Sanjay Katpal, we request you to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak. I think we are getting a technical, some connectivity issue with Mr. Sanjay Katpal as well. We'll move on to the next speaker, sir. Mr. Rakesh Kumar, we request you to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak. Mr. Rakesh Kumar, kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak. So we'll come back to Mr. Rakesh Kumar. Mr. Gagan Kumar, we request you to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak. Mr. Gagan Kumar, we request you to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak. Mr. Gagan Kumar, you can speak.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. I have only two queries. Ministry of Power has. Hello.
Yes, I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah. Ministry of Power has announced long duration contract and derivatives. I want to know what is company action plan to take advantage of it. And my second question is about our IEX subsidiary company IGX. I want to know growth and business potential of it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now we will move on to the next speaker shareholder, Mr. Surinder Kumar Arora. Mr. Surinder Kumar Arora, we request you to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak.
Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for very good or very interesting speech, very dramatic speech. Thank you for that. Sir, I have one question. What is about dividend? Are we planning how much and when? This is the only question I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Sanjay Katpal to Kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak.
हेलो
Yes, sir, you are audible. You can proceed. Thank you.
चेयरमैन सर, एमडी सर, आपकी जो भी परफॉर्मेंस काबिले तारीफ है। हम यही कहना चाहते हैं कि जिस कंपनी को, इस कंपनी को आपने बुलंदियों तक पहुंचाया, ये एक रिमार्केबल है। आपने जितना भी करा ये बहुत बढ़िया किया सर। जैसे जैसे कंपनी ग्रो करती जा रही है, ये सब कुछ अच्छा ही अच्छा होता जा रहा है। सर, हम यही कहना चाहते हैं कि इसी तरीके से कंपनी ग्रो करे। इस पैंडेमिक टाइम के अंदर भी आपने इस तरीके से कंपनी को ग्रो करा, और जिस तरीके से कंपनी जो है स्टैंड करी, ऐसा ही होना चाहिए था। ये जो छोटे छोटे आपके एम्प्लॉयज हैं, जिन्होंने इस कोरोना के टाइम के अंदर भी इतना कुछ अच्छा किया, तो ये हम यही कहना चाहेंगे कि इतना कुछ अच्छा अपने आप नहीं हो जाता। ये सारा का सारा जो है, सारा श्रेय जो जाता है छोटे छोटे एम्प्लॉयज को जाता है। छोटे एम्प्लॉयज की वजह से हम जहां पर स्टैंड है, हम आपसे बात कर रहे हैं, ये इतना आसान नहीं था। टेक्नोलॉजी ने हमें हेल्प करी, लेकिन आईएक्स के सेक्रेटरी ने, सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट पूरे ने जितना कुछ भी हमारे लिए किया, काबिले तारीफ है। हम आपको ये कहना चाहेंगे इस साल के लिए तो खास तौर से कि इनकी पीठ थपथपाइए। आप जैसे ही ये सब कुछ खोले, इन्हें टेलीफोन करके इन्हें बधाई दीजिए कि इतना ज्यादा सहयोग करा आपने। जितना भी अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस दिखाया, ये सब हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है। इसके साथ साथ मैं ये भी जानना चाहता हूं सर कि कंपनी के प्रोस्पेक्ट्स जो हैं फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2020 और 2021 में ये कैसे रहेंगे, कृपया करके इसका मार्गदर्शन कीजिए। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, sir. Now I go back to the speaker whom we missed. Mr. Sanjog Saraf, we request you to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak. Mr. Sanjog Saraf, we request you to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak. Miss, so we are not getting your voice. So we are not getting Mr. Sanjog Saraf's voice. We'll move on to the next speaker shareholder, Mr. Rakesh Kumar. We request you to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak.
Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear
you're
you.
audible, sir. You can proceed. Thank you.
Good morning, sir, Chairman. Chairman, sir, good morning.
Good morning.
Board of Directors and co-shareholders. सर, जिस तरीके की हमने आपसे उम्मीद की थी, आप उन उम्मीदों पर खरे उतरे हैं। मेरी एक ही रिक्वेस्ट है कि इस उम्मीद को कायम रखिए और अपने शेयर प्राइस को और बढ़ाइए। दूसरा सर, कोविड का हमारे कंपनी पर क्या असर हुआ है, इसका क्या इम्पैक्ट है, आप ये बताइए। अगर कोई नुकसान हुआ है तो उसका नुकसान किस तरीके से पूरा किया जाएगा, उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, sir. With this, we complete the speaker session, sir. I'll hand over the session back to you, sir.
You are
Thank
now
you.
muted.
Sir, with your permission, we have received a few questions from the shareholders who are not able to join. I will also like to read those questions for the information of everyone and request the chairman to, while answering, also consider these questions. There has been one of the questions, sir, what we had received. There has been a significant increase in renewable generation capacity in the country. What would be its impact on the IEX business, and what the company management is doing to take advantage out of this renewable generation? And the second question, sir, we have received is, what was the cost increase in the financial year 20, and what management view on the cost for the financial year 21? These two questions more are there, sir. And
thank you, Vineet. Now I'll respond to the questions. we received a question about gas exchange. See, in India, the vision is to increase the gas consumption from 6% to the 15% in the total energy mix. And with the reduction in the gas prices world over, the situation is more favorable for increasing the gas consumption in the country. We have created many gas terminals, and the pipeline infrastructure is also expanding. So to take advantage of all this, we created Indian Gas Exchange in the country. This is the first gas exchange which we have set up, and we are working with the regulator, with the government and our stakeholders to create enabling framework to start the transactions on the gas exchange platform. We launched it on 15th of June. We have already done some transactions on the gas exchange, and I'm sure in the future, when all these enablers are put in place, the volumes on the gas exchange also will significantly improve. And I see a lot of opportunity for gas exchange in the coming days. There is another question which was regarding why Mr. Rajiv Srivastava has resigned. The resignation of Mr. Rajiv Srivastava was on account of his personal reasons. There was a question from Mr. Manjit Singh regarding CRC regulations, and he has given a couple of suggestions about the CSR in East Delhi. Mr. Manjit Singh, thank you very much for your kind suggestions, and we will work on all these suggestions what have been given by you. Mr. Gagan Singh has asked a question about MOP has recently issued order regarding long duration contracts. Yes, there was a dispute between jurisdiction of CRC and SEBI, who will regulate the electricity long duration contracts and derivatives. Government of India, by this order, has now clarified that CRC will regulate long duration delivery contracts and SEBI will regulate derivative contracts which are financially settled. There is a litigation which is pending in Supreme Court, and I am sure that will be settled shortly by this clarification of the government. And with that, we will be able to introduce long duration delivery contracts on the exchange platform. Today, we are only able to introduce delivery contracts up to 11 days. Now, with this clarification in future, we will be able to introduce long duration contracts up to 1 year, and that will provide us larger market segment. Today, our market volume is only our volume is only about 4%. Addressable market size is only 4%, and this will increase to something about 10 to 15%. Regarding gas exchange, I have already answered that there are significant opportunities for gas exchange to improve the business in future. Mr. Arora asked a question about paying dividend. As per company's policy, we pay at least 50% of the profit in the form of dividend. And from the last 3 years, we have been paying 50% of the profit in the form of dividend. This year, last year also, for the FY 2020 also, we paid a dividend of 2.5 rupees on each share of 1 rupee, which amounts to 250% dividend. There was a question from Mr. Sanjay Katpal regarding how management see company growth for the year FY21. Considering the uncertainties in the business environment owing to COVID-19, it is difficult to comment on the company's growth for the year. But I am glad to tell you that in the first 3 months of this year, in the first quarter, when the COVID situation was more serious, when the energy demand in the country reduced by almost about 15-16%, your company achieved a growth of 10%. I am sure with this kind of trend, in this FY21 also, the growth should be significantly higher. There was a question from Mr. Rakesh Kumar. What is the impact of COVID-19? How are we affected and what steps we have taken? Because of COVID-19, we did digital transformation of all processes and systems, and because of which Your company was able to operate on 24/7 basis without any interruption on a single day. And I'm sure going forward also, this kind of performance will be ensured. There was no adverse impact on the performance of the company. And as per the quarterly results, which have been already notified, we achieved a growth of 10% in the volumes and also profit growth. Steps taken to tackle the COVID situation. During these challenging times when the whole country is under shutdown, we achieved 24/7 operation, and I'm sure we will continue to ensure the same. There are two additional questions. There has been significant increase in renewable generation capacity, and what is the impact of my business? Yeah, Government of India has given now thrust on increasing the renewable generation capacity in the country. And as I mentioned, the target is to achieve 450 gigawatt by 2030. And when we have renewable generation, which is solar and wind, there is a lot of intermittency in that. And to manage this intermittency, it is necessary to integrate this renewable generation with the conventional generation. Exchange provide one of the best mode of integration of these different kind of generation capacities. And we have seen in world over, the countries which have high renewable capacity, exchange transactions in those countries are very significant. These are about 50 to 60% of the total generation. In India also, we feel with the high renewable, the transactions on the exchange platform should further increase. Very recently, in the month of August, we have also launched green term head market contracts, which is an exclusive offering for our renewable generators and DISCOMs and industrial consumers to purchase power and also meet the RPO obligations. What is the cost increase in FY20? This is another question which was raised by one of the shareholder. The total operating cost increase was 7%, which during the year, and this was mainly on account of increase in manpower cost. And overall cost increase was 51% on account of adoption of new lease accounting standards of Ind AS 116. In FY21, the management is taking all necessary steps to control the cost. However, considering the launch of new contracts, there is need to have additional resources and infrastructure to meet the regulatory and customer needs. In addition to, the company also need to spend good amount on technology enhancements. With this, we have completed the question and answer. Dear shareholders, we have taken note of your valuable comments and suggestions and will consider them in future. With that, we finish the question and answer. I would like to thank the board members for their continued guidance and support and for taking appropriate decisions for the growth of the company to maximize shareholders' value. I would like to thank all the shareholders for their suggestions and comments and for attending our virtual AGM today. I recognize that this meeting has taken place in challenging environment due to the pandemic. On behalf of the company and the board of directors, wish you all a very healthy and safe life. I now declare the proceedings of AGM as completed. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you in person in 2021. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. On behalf of all the shareholders who attended the meeting, on behalf of all the board of directors and other people, investors, I thanks a lot to the chairman for conducting the meeting and taking us through this speech and the insight on the company performance. Thank you, sir.